So again, today, I want to just for everyone out there, Vicky and I met. She sent me a message on Facebook.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
Vicky, how do you say your last name? I don't want to get it wrong.
Mangano.
Mangano.
Mangano, yes.
Mangano from
Yes.
Sicily, Italy. By the way,
Yes.
she's here today, all the way from Italy. And she sent me a message on Facebook back in around November of 2018, something like
Yeah.
that, around that time. Yeah,
Around.
around that time. And she does contract proposal consulting services for U.S. federal contractors.
Exactly.
Then, probably about 2 months later, she sent me an email saying she had won another contract for one of her clients. Correct?
Exactly.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And then a few weeks later, someone reached out to me from a company in Iraq,
Yeah.
the MENA region, and they needed some help with their NKH code and their JCCS registration.
Exactly.
Yep. And then I
Yeah.
referred them to you, and then you went back and forth. You looked at their profile, and you helped them
Yeah.
resolve their issue within a few months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yes. I got the new contract or new client.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what's for me. Yeah. It's a new
Yeah.
client.
And so
And
that
we
was
go ahead with the procedure and with the registration, and we submit something, the proposal. We
okay.
respond to request for quotation. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so that's how we got to know each other, and then we exchanged information, and then we kept in contact via WhatsApp.
Exactly.
Good.
That's
Yeah.
what happened.
That's kind of where right. That's what happened. So
Yeah.
for me, I have a lot of people that reach out to me from international companies wanting to know if they are qualified or able to do business with the United States government, and also how to do that. And again, this is not something that I specialize in. So when after meeting you and you having done it and then proven yourself and done it for one of my other subscribers and my other followers out there, then I thought to myself that this is great for you to come on and talk to people today about what that process is like and what's all involved, and then let them know a little bit about your story and what you do and what you've done for clients. And that's kind of why I wanted to have you on today. Makes sense?
Yeah. Of course. Yes.
Okay. All right.
That's great.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent. So if you can, just tell us a little bit about your background, what kind of work you did before becoming
Oh,
a consultant in this field.
Sure. I come from the international procurement markets for good and service, and I have an international knowledge background because I've had the opportunity to travel a lot and work with the companies internationally,
Okay.
and actually. I'm always been interested in the international business market and develop business in foreign countries. Actually, I have gained a lot of experience before become USA federal government contractors consultant and procuring the federal contracts. And at some point, however, at some point of my career, I decided to turn my interest toward a much bigger and solid market. I mean, the USA federal government market, unlike the Italian local territory one. That's what I did. And yes, yeah. In other words, before becoming a consultant for federal market, I was being a BD manager, business development manager.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what type of products or services did you sell as a BD manager?
Yeah, that's what from construction materials.
Okay.
Also, yeah, and all the materials that we need in order to complete the construction build. No, I mean also the part of technologies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's yeah. I start from the ranks. That's why
Okay.
yeah.
So when you did that, did you see that any of your companies work with the U.S. government at the time?
Yes. When I start inside the. I was in acted with a company, construction company.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was being my first experience, and I get in contact for the first time with the USA agencies, and yeah, actually I started to work in the jungle of USA government public procurement since 2011 around, yes. And in that time I was working with a procurement manager, as I told you, and on behalf of a construction company. So I have had the opportunity to get in contact with some federal government agency inside Sigonella here in Sicily, and so not expertise, but I start to understand how go the procedure and all about the contractor or public works.
Okay.
So,
right.
In fact, in the time, I decided also to become a qualified construction quality manager. And
what was it? A qualified what?
Construction quality control manager.
Okay. Oh, okay. Quality control manager.
USA,
okay.
Yeah, by USA. You know, the training course by issued by USA Army Corps of Engineering. So yeah. That's because I have always been fascinated by the construction sector. That's what I'm attending, and allowed me this courses. This allowed me to know other aspects of the federal government public work. That's what was been very interesting and very useful in order to be able to understand what happened on yard and other side on the office. So
it's interesting because I have my guys that go through the same quality construction control manager course program as well.
Yeah. So that's you. If you would like to enjoy the also the and be on site, you need to know all the procedure, because it is very important to know the procedure, understand the technical specification, and also maintaining contact between contractor and NAFEC engineering. You can be able to read also the drawing and participate at the meeting. For me, this has been a perfect start to begin to understand, as I told you, both sides. And then I learned from you. Because because at some point I found your video. Your video are so interesting, and you provide so deep knowledge about federal market. Yes, I found so interesting and decided to watch all your videos in order to become more addictive to the federal markets. So yeah.
So in 2011, okay, you start doing that. When did you start? You decided to go out and become a consultant. Was that like a year ago, 2 years ago? How long ago was that?
Yes. I start not in that date, not around 2011. I start to understand how because it is very important to know that we cannot improvise this. We cannot be improvised overnight. This is hard work. We cannot be improvised overnight. That's why it's useful to surround ourselves with people like you who give us important lessons and tips in order to become more addictive, as I told you. And we have to start from what we know, then meet local needs, and okay, I'm very lucky because I live in Sicily, and as you know, we have one of the most important military installation of USA Navy, and as you know, we have the NAVSAP, which procure all the goods and service which support the USA Navy around the world, around the clock, no? And NAVSAP, that provide what fighting what they need to accomplish the mission every day. In fact, every day we can find the RFP and RFQ on the through the official purchase website, like
every day
or Euronext.
Every day.
Yeah. On Euronext, I find every day, it's okay. It's a little bit different because on Euronext, maybe are not so bigger contract opportunity, not bigger opportunity, but around depend because I found so many RFQ. No, that's depend. Other side, we find on FPO, we can find directly the opportunity and with the amount budgets, no? We know before what we are looking for. Yes.
Now,
and what time?
Question.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. You said on Aeronickel. What's the name of the other site?
Aeronickel is like FPO.
How do you spell it?
Site. It's also our official web site from Navy.
How do you spell that? Can you type it in the chat?
Yeah, euro. The first part of the word is euro, like euro, no? And then NICO, Navy.
Euronico.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So like, for example, we have Nico.
Navy.
We have a Nico Navy mill site. Yeah. You have Euronico.
Euronico.
Okay. All right. So Aeronico is Euronico. Okay.
Yeah. We can select, of course, in order to be registered inside the website. You need to have before the both code, dance number, and cage code, and be already registered into the SAM system, and then you can apply for and become and start an account in Euronico, and then you can set all the opportunity, but first select the part that you are interested for. For example, all the Europa, all the Middle East, only the installation name. No? Okay. So that's very important. I use both sites, depend of my clients, because I have, as I told you, I have created my portfolio, customer portfolio.
Okay.
And every morning when I wake up, I switch on my laptop and go online on both website and search and looking for opportunities on behalf of my clients.
Okay.
Yes. What I'm doing is find the opportunities and prepare a summary in the Italian version language, in which my client will find the scope of work, deadline, and technical specification, if any, and I give them time in order to evaluate the opportunity, and then if they are interested, I start to get in contact with contracting officer through email or phone, schedule a meeting. This is my support totally, and before, during, and after award, of course, when the award contract comes. So, that's what I'm doing.
That's really interesting that you take the information and you provide a summary in Italian.
Yeah, of course, because as you know, we find all the information, opportunity, all sorts, all the pre-solicitation in English language. Okay, and maybe can happen that Italian company don't have time at first and delegate to a consultant, of course. And so this is my part of my job. Because if we are prepare an agreement in which I provide all the steps that the company needs in order to at first become a vendor, qualified vendor, and the first step is analyze the company, analyze the demand of the market related to our installation or installation around Italy, and then once the company is ready to become USA government contract, that's what I'm doing. I support totally and looking for opportunity, as I told you, and prepare the scope of work. I can send directly the all the documentation, all the source or wherever I found on the website directly to the client, because the client maybe this is the first time for a company that get in contact with government language. This is also another aspect that should not be underestimated, because it's very important to know have a deep knowledge about how to read and understand the term and condition for a contract. Okay, maybe a company don't know the procedure and don't understand the language, government language. So, and that's what I help the company in order to understand what is the scope of work, the deadline. Of course, this the second time that I check when I download the. Yeah, because that's really very important. Be in time and prepare, and maybe you need to submit a pre-proposal requirement to contracting officer, and then check again the solicitation, and maybe you have another pre-proposal inquiry, and you have a time deadline also for the pre-proposal inquiry, and then prepare the final proposal in time. Deadline is in respect of the deadline. So that is the heart of the
what you do.
Yeah, what I do. Of course, as I told you before, the first step help company how, and I'm teaching also a little bit how become. Thanks for your video. Thanks to you. Thanks for your tips. That's very interesting what you're doing, and I thank you all the time. Believe me.
No,
because I have unfortunately here in Italy, in Sicily, I am alone, and I not have any support. I know, and I see that you and other colleagues are as you organize some meetings or events, important events around the topic of the government market. That's very important. What I do is learn and read and search information around the YouTube or on the website generally, and become more addictive. But it's very hard. It's very hard, but I'm so very happy because then I become with a results. So
I thank you for that. And what I'm hearing is there's no organizations there to support you guys.
No. There's no any organization.
We have, for example, we have PTAC, Procurement Technical Assistance.
I know.
Right. I know you're aware, but you guys have nothing like that.
No. But I can say that the federal employee inside the department are very kind people, very kind in order to if you needed something to know, that are very kind.
Okay.
They give you meetings, schedule meetings, and we
Talk
can
to
talk
you.
about all. Yes, but
Okay. But
organization.
in terms of learning and education and that stuff, nothing. Yeah.
I would try to make the same like you, or like the big organization here in the United States, but it's very hard.
Oh yeah, I could imagine it's difficult. And that's one of the reasons why I say, if you come online and you share your information with people, and people hear this, maybe we can bring some other someone that's doing something similar out of from like the from hidden, and bring them out to the public, so then we can learn about what they're doing. And maybe like recently in our group, the GovCon Giants group, we had some people that were living in the same city meet to have an informal group where they actually work together, and they're monitoring each other's activities. And so, but that happened because of our community that we have, and also because, like you said, because I brought this to the forefront and I put this out publicly, we're able to build on communities. And I think you sharing your story will also help do that, whether it's in Sicily or, like you said, Northern Italy, some of the companies that you're working with or that were on the MAC programs. So again, I think being public about kind of what we're doing. And I know a lot of people are afraid, at least in America, they don't like to share because they think they're not gonna lose a contract or an opportunity if they share the information. But I think differently. What I see is that there's so much opportunity, and there's so much that the government has to offer all of us in different areas and businesses and sectors, that there's not one single person or company that can do it all. And there's no reason to not be willing to share your information or knowledge, because what I've seen is, as I've given more, I've received more. And that's what I've experienced, and that's what I live. And it's true in my everyday life. The more that I give to you and everyone else out there in the world, the more I get back and the more I receive. And also the more joy it brings.
Absolutely, yes.
As well. So hopefully today, with this interview, that we can draw some people out in Italy that can reach out and say, "Hey, Vicky, I'm out here, and I'm doing the same." Right. And you guys start a group together.
Yeah, that's what I hope.
That'd be great.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be great. Because again, as you see, because of my videos, the company from Iraq, the MENA region, reached out to me. And that's not the first time. I've had people reach out to me from Dubai. I've had people reach out to me from Australia, from Bali, Russia, surprisingly.
Oh my God.
I know.
Around the world.
Of course. But because this is a public forum. YouTube is an international platform.
Exactly.
There's no boundaries.
Yes. Absolutely, yes.
So now, so you would say doing the federal stuff around 2015, I think is what you put, around 2015, more or less?
Yeah. Okay. At first, I start to study and analyze what I'm prepared, what I'm going to, and then because we needed to have armed of knowledge. I don't know if you understand me what I mean. Armed with the knowledge of knowledge in order to know what we are going to do. Yes. That's very important, because you can't sell anything to the government in terms of goods and service if you don't know what the federal agency needs and where. You can't organize anything. You need to know how the government has organized it. The fiscal year, for example, that's going to at the end this month. Yes. We need to know which market to satisfy. We need to know the place of military installation. The first, I remember that I downloaded the maps of all the Italian installation that we have very a lot of installation, but the bigger one is the Sigonella, and then Italy as well, and Nepal, of course. But we need to know how they are structured. The USA government market is as you know, is the biggest market around the globe, and in any part of the world we can find all kinds of requests, but we need just know what we need to sell and how deliver it. That's very important. That's very important. Find opportunity, provide something, and how delivery. Yeah, that's also important. And deliver product and service request by the federal agency. And when you have completed this pictures, we can create our customer portfolio and start to do business internationally. That's what I did and what I'm doing. Yeah, the strategy is my strategies, my home strategies, but it's okay.
I have, there is an organization that one of my podcast guests was a part of that did international work. I'm going to find it out. I think, though, it might have been for US-based companies that did work internationally, but there is an organization that supports US-based companies that want to work internationally.
No, you asked for my own.
No. One of my podcast guests, and they were part of an international organization.
Yeah.
U.S. companies that worked in foreign countries.
In foreign countries.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know if you qualify because you're a foreign-based company, or you're. But I'll find out. I'll send you that information while we're talking.
Okay.
It just hit me.
Okay.
The name that there is an organization that supports United States based companies that do work internationally.
Okay.
So let's talk about.
Let me know.
Okay, let's talk about you working internationally. Are the companies that you're dealing with, your clients, are they Italian companies or the American companies?
No, they are all Italian, except two from foreign countries. One is from Iraq, and the other one are from Italian, but not all for local company. That they come from also for not Italy. So, but are Italian, of course. But I support companies that are local, near to me, close to installation, and other company come from the other side of Italy. And yeah. Actually, in this moment, I manage different contracts. Manage various contracts of different nature. Because I repeat again, depend of my customer portfolio. No, maybe we get a contract with for facility maintenance, medical waste disposal, or for USA Naval Hospital in Sigonella. Recently, we have a contract with for cutting powder paint for various lighting type of equipments. Maybe also supply of playground type of equipment installation and maintenance for a playground for both for NAS one as the bigger one, and also cleaning service, logistics service, this depends of my customer portfolio and what I found in the online, and that's my I feel so lucky because I create this various portfolio, not only the construction company, because in any case construction companies need to have a very big and strong requirements requirements in order to I have one construction company, and with this with the company make also facility maintenance around
Right.
the
Right.
installation. But recently, I support the company for Mac contractors. Yeah, in Rota, and he got they are inside the Mac contractor in Rota. Yeah. So maybe I will talk to you more about this later. No, I need to have more to talk to you.
Okay. No, that's fine. We can talk about that. Now, can you give us an overview of the process for an international company to become qualified or certified to do business with the U.S. government? You mentioned it briefly earlier. You said they had to be registered in SAM, but what's the process? Can you talk about the process?
Yeah,
to get registered.
Yeah, the process is, at first I analyze the first part of the process is a little bit different that you know, because, and then the second part is the same. When you have a company, a customer ready to get in contact ready. So I mean, for me, the first step is analyze the company, analyze if it could be ready in order to get in contact with the government.
So you have like a questionnaire or something that you give them, or you do something that you do?
No, during our first appointment, I asked about their documentation. Okay.
Okay.
And yeah, of course. And the first important one is the certificate of Chamber of Commerce certificate, in which I can find all the information, the sites, and how big is the company, how many employees, and the core business. Also core business, because the first step is also identify their NACS codes.
Okay.
And I need to read their documentation in order to find the NACS code, and I determine if their business qualify for small business set-aside contract. Or evaluate their past contract bidding performance, verify their business is properly set up for contract bid notification for federal bids opportunities websites, or analyze their industry in federal marketplace and track down current opportunities and the potential contract. Determine marketing strategy to reach out to procurement officer that best fit their business budget on sites, resource, and budget. Other thing that I do with my client are to read and prepare together, of course, the proposal, but that's already talked before. So the procedure is analyze the company and then start to apply for both codes. And once we have the both code, help the company to get register in the, as you know, in the system for our management.
When you say apply for both codes, what do you mean?
I mean the NATO code, and cage code.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now all right, and again, I mean, for the purpose of the people that are listening, I just want to make sure we go through carefully. You and I are very aware of the process, but for those listening, they must, now they get the NACS codes, and then you said they require an NCAGE code.
Yeah, the NCAGE code is very important. It's the first step in order to get into the SAM. Okay,
and then JCCS?
Also, but it's different. It's not work for Italian, for Europe. This is another requirement for foreign country, for the countries part of the Middle East.
Okay.
Middle East.
All right. So JCCS is only for companies that are in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you're not in that region, then all you need is an NCAGE code.
They need to before be registered in the SAM and then in JSSC website. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So
But
go ahead.
And yeah, the difference is that on JS's we needed to upload all the copy for each documentation. Begin from the bank certificate of certificate about when the company was established and whatever, all the information. Each copy for all the documentation about company, and yeah, that's a little bit more complicated in what the SAM. Yeah.
Okay. All right. But for Italian-based companies or European-based companies, they just need an NCAGE code and the SAM registration.
Yeah. Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, because we are part of the union of the NATO member countries. So
right.
And we need to have both code. The first one is the NATO code, NCAGE code. Yeah.
Okay. All right. No. I love what you're doing with your companies, the steps that you're taking them through, the process of analyzing them, making sure that they are eligible for jobs and opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people just say, okay, this company says they want to do it, so I want to help them. But if they're not ready or qualified, or like you said, they're past contracting, bidding, performance, if they can't put together the bid, then you're wasting your time. It seems like.
No, it's not happened.
No,
oh, thanks God. But no, it's not happened because that's depend for our depend for me, because I analyzed before because at first appointment with the company I'm going to analyze if it's ready to start the process and doing in the be eligible to bid competition with the government. Okay. Otherwise, nothing to do, because I don't like to waste my time. Actually, yeah. No, that's not happen, because I started before. I spent many time in order to analyze what we need to do together. If not possible, I say, so I try to provide more information to the company in order to maybe next 2 years the company could be ready. But right now it's not possible because of like some requirements, very important requirements, and we cannot both sides invest our time. That's better to close the door at the moment and go ahead with another bigger company or interesting company or eligible company.
Right. No, that's wonderful. I like that. I like that. Is it possible? I know that you can't necessarily support companies. You can only support so many companies right now. Then your organization has to grow. But if companies were to reach out to me, like the one did in Iraq and like the people in Dubai, could you help them get registered? Is that a possibility? Could your team help them get registered so that they become eligible to bid projects? Is that something that's possible? You don't have to agree.
I can make this, but before I need to analyze the company, I can say 100% yes, I can. Before depend of the company. Of course, maybe the company reached you and maybe our bigger company and ready to start. Yes, I can make this.
Okay.
Absolutely, yes.
No, no,
Yes.
I want to put it out there because these are questions that people are going to ask me. So I'd rather just put it out there
Oh,
now, open publicly, rather than, and then that way you can answer the question yourself.
yeah. I can we can collaborate, and of course, and analyze the market around the location that be part as part of the company.
Right,
No?
right, right, right.
We need to study, analyze, and market research, local market research. In any
Now,
case, we can make it.
now let me ask you something else. We were talking before. You were looking for some companies to come on and help assist on some projects where they were looking for American-based companies.
Mm-hmm.
If you could say, or if you had your wish, and you wanted to grow your organization, what would that be? Like, what would you be looking for in terms of? Remember, this is a lot of people are going to be listening to this. So if you have your chance to say, okay, this is the ideal type of company that I'd like to work with that could come here and help support you and your some of your client companies, what would that look like?
This is a very interesting question, but it's a very simple, simple answer, because you needed to call my ring my phone, and you call Eric. Yeah, because as I told you, we needed to the company need to delegate a professional consultant.
Yes.
You cannot improvise overnight this job. So okay, the company can say, okay, that's very interesting what Vicky or Eric say, and okay, I'm start today, tomorrow morning, and with a search looking for opportunities, right, website, because I hear that FPO is ready, is a good resource. No, that's not work. That's not work. You can't make anything if you need to know, you need to have the company need to have a deep knowledge about the procurement and federal markets.
Yes.
Otherwise, you failure in the next month.
Right.
You
and they should know their business.
Energy, money, and time. You invest all the three important resources for your company. Please don't make this. Please call us, and we try to help your business. Yeah.
What do you need now in terms of to support your business right now? What do you need, Vicky, on your side?
Actually, I need a person like you here on my side, on my close to my city. And actually, that's very important because I would like to group more with my business, with my agencies as well.
Okay.
And if someone maybe someone that collaborate with you, or you know better than me what we can.
What about a large American company that could help you guys with some of the opportunities that you see out there in Sicily?
Oh, the opportunity in Sicily.
Would that help you? Would that help you if you had like a large American company that wanted to work with you in terms of some opportunities that you may have available? They could support you in some way because you guys know the local terrain, you know the local area, you understand that. Would that help you?
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. Any company in type of particular with is that construction? Would that be logistics? What anything?
With difference. Yeah, the bigger one is the construction sector, construction field. Yeah. That's the bigger one. And then service and logistic as well. But the first one, a bigger one, opportunity come from construction field, maintenance, repair, various repair. And yeah,
Okay.
that's yeah.
Okay. Okay. No, that's great. No, that this is wonderful. I'm very thankful that you came on today. I,
You're welcome, and
I
thank you to you.
no. I think this is gonna be a lot of people are gonna learn and benefit greatly from
I hope,
this
yeah.
information today.
That's very important. I hope that they can um, uh, take these important tips, and
Yeah.
yeah, that's very
And
important.
grow.
But please don't forget to study and deep knowledge about the market. Otherwise,
Right.
we cannot make anything. But we need to make this.
No. I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful that I've been given opportunity to deliver this message in a public platform such as YouTube, to where I can connect with people like you across the world. This is this is really a joy and a pleasure to be able to connect with people.
It's
And
my pleasure. My
yeah,
pleasure.
no, I'm thankful for you coming on today and taking some time out to
My
talk with
pleasure.
us. It's been about 9 months coming, but it's again, like anything in the government, nothing happens overnight. It takes time, and obviously, I don't quickly build or establish relationships with people that come to me from the internet, because I don't know everyone, and you have to see who they are. But what I will say is that you were selfless, and you did what I teach people, which is give first, right, and then expect to receive later. And so you gave of yourself first by helping that company, and without any expectation of return. And that's the way that I operate. And I think a lot more people would get a lot further if they first gave of themselves, demonstrated who they were, their abilities first, without any expectations from the other party. And then as a result, these are the kind of things that happens. These collaborations happen. So I did want to say that because, again, as you know, I receive a lot of inquiries every single day from every single platform.
I know.
From Facebook,
I can imagine.
Instagram, emails, YouTube, everything. I receive messages every day from people. And you don't know who's real, who's not real, who's genuine, who's serious, who's not serious. And it's very difficult to field all the inquiries and to determine who is a good person versus a not such a great person. But again, over this 9 months, I say, I saw that you were genuine and you were serious and that you were real and authentic, and that you want to help people, and that's why I brought you on today.
Really authentic.
Yeah, no, well, we see you there. So that, but yeah, so I want to thank you so much. Any final words that you'd like to say?
Please?
Any final words that you'd like to say?
Oh, yes. The last one it's very important. This is like my life motto. That's work hard and be happy. But actually, I would like to say, if we want to win, we need armed with knowledge, seriously. Otherwise, if we have only small darts in our hands, we cannot hit the target. That's very important.
Right.
That's the big meaning inside these. Yeah. Right. Study and learn from you, learn from what you teach every day. That's very important. Because without knowledge about the federal government, we can't win. We can't win any contract. That's
I agree. A lot of people think that they can watch 1 or 2 videos and then start bidding jobs and they'll win. And I've never seen it succeed. I've never once seen it succeed. So
exactly.
Yeah. Well, Vicky, thank you so much for coming on today.
Oh, thank you too.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
You're
welcome.
And
thank you, enjoy too.
We'll definitely be in touch. Okay.
Of course. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye now.